Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? It is Damn Gaming, and today is that day of the week again. Today is Top 5 Tuesday, and we are finally returning with it, although it's been a week. I apologize for not getting it out last week. I was a bit busy, but hopefully I can keep going on the normal schedule again. So this Top 5 Tuesday, we are going to be covering the top 5 scariest maps in Call of Duty Zombies. Now this is a fun one. It's not one that has been recommended, but it's just a fun one that can help me get by for this week. I've been wanting to do this one for a while actually, so I figured I'd choose one this week. So how this top 5 is going to be judged is how scary the map is. Not exactly how hard it is. That will play some effect, but I mean that's not the main judge of this. This judgment is on how scary the map feels. So without further ado, let's jump right into our list today. Coming in our number 5 position on this Top 5 Tuesday, we have Buried. Now Buried, although it's not very hard and obviously it's not very intimidating because it's super easy, it is a scary map. The feel of it is all sort of scary. If you actually read the description of the map, it says, "Are you afraid of dark, tight spaces? Confront your deepest fears as you battle undead in an underground obstacle course of mental challenges. You are now buried." Now, to me that just sounds scary. Are you afraid of the dark and tight spaces? Of course. And then the witch's house and all the maze, just the dark lighting, just being trapped underground. You don't really think about it much, but like when you look up, there's no way up. Unless you beat the Easter egg or whatever, you're trapped underground. And, you know, that's just sort of a scary feel, especially for people who may be claustrophobic and all that. I mean, that's just, I know for me that was scary reading that. I mean, obviously the map isn't scary anymore because I play it so much. My first time playing that, I was just a little, I thought I was going to be scared a lot. So, and definitely the witch's house too. That thing freaks me out to this day. Just those screams and then like them popping up in the windows. All that's just scary, scary, scary. So, Buried makes our number 5 position on this Top 5 Tuesday. Coming in at our number 4 position today, we have a classic map. This map is Kino. Now Kino, although it's pretty easy, I'd have to say. Kino is definitely one of the scarier maps. Mainly because just one, the worn downness of the whole environment, and then the thing that got me was the creaking. When you turn on the power, every time you enter a room after that, it creaks, the roof collapses, and that's just sort of scary to me. I mean, that just gives a whole, adds to the scary feel. And then you got your Hellhounds, which Kino is my very first map playing, so I was scared like crazy when I first played this. Like just the zombies themselves scared me, even because I had never played zombies before. Not to mention that there's Hellhounds that came after you. Those things freaked me out, just like teleporting out of nowhere, like whoa. And then you got your just creaking, and I was like, oh, this is so freaky. And you know, just the whole environment, they did a really good job on that. And that's why I admire Kino as a scary map, when it makes the number 4 position today. Now the number 3 position, you may not agree with that first, but just hear me out on this. I have to say is 5. Now 5, it doesn't seem creepy at first at all. Your starting room, it looks like a nice map actually. And I actually say it is a nice looking starting room. But when you go down to the second level, it gets a little darker. You start seeing those scientist zombies, and it's kind of freaky. Not too freaky, but I mean, you know, it's getting there. But then you go to the lower level, and you're just like, what is going on? There's so many pigs being tested on, there's bodies, and it's just crazy. There's teleporting, the zombies are like crazy, it's tight spaces, it's everything that creeps you out in a zombies map. And 5, just on top of all of that, the zombies are way hard, and just the hardness adds to the scare factor in this map. I know I said I wouldn't be judging off the hardness of the map, but in this case it actually does add to the scare factor. And then you get your teleporters, and you just they pop out right behind you sometimes. And then you get those what else do you get? You get the Pentagon Thief. He isn't that scary, but I mean, it's just all adds to it, which is why 5 is number 3 position today. And I definitely think it is. You may not agree, but honestly, I still get scared sometimes when I play 5, even though just because it's hard and I never know how this game is going to go. So 5 makes the number 3 position today. Now, dropping in at our number 2 position today, we have Mob of the Dead. Now, Mob of the Dead, definitely fun map all around. Not too hard, I have to say. Actually, you know, it's hard and it's not hard at the same time, but we're not talking about how hard it is. I'll explain that in another video. But Mob of the Dead, definitely scary. You got your bodies hanging everywhere. You got your ghosts, whatever thing going on. You got all this crazy stuff going on. You get Brutus, and that just sound of Brutus coming out. You hear his giant roar, whatever, and then it's just, whoa, this is scary. And you get like all those hanging bodies everywhere, and it's just everything. Definitely, music, everything just adds to the whole scare factor, which is why I totally love this map. And it's just the zombies, their bodies are all mangled up. Definitely one of the more bloody maps, I'd have to say. It actually was one of the first. It was actually entitled as one of the bloodier maps, more like dark and all that, which is why it's kind of cool, like just new sort of spin to the zombies. Whereas like other maps have been sort of funny. Mob of the Dead is meant to be scary, meant to be like nerve-wracking, and it's just everything is meant to scare, which is why everything compiled into one with Mob of the Dead makes it a great map for scare. And one little Easter egg in this map, actually, if you take a sniper and you aim at one of the, I forget where, there's actually a jump scare thing pops up right in your face, little scary thing. I thought that was funny, so I just thought I'd share it with you guys. But today there will be no honorable mentions as we go down this list. So jumping into our #1 position for the scariest map in Call of Duty. You may or may not agree, but this is my opinion. The #1 scariest map is Nacht der Untoten. That's right, the old classic zombies map itself. Now, just think about this. You see this intro. Obviously, that's pretty scary. You can't see what's coming. At first, you think it's people in the distance. Then you see a zombie running at you. Then you jump into there, you have no idea what's going on, especially if it's your first time playing zombies, as it was for a lot of World at War Classic people. And then you just silent. It's not like the screaming zombies you see in later maps. They're like sort of silent grunts and screams. And then you see zombies just emerge out of the fog. And that is definitely a scare factor to me. Nacht der Untoten did an awesome job with this. You're stranded, you're just awesome. And just because it was the first map too, a lot of people didn't know what to expect with zombies. They didn't even know there was zombies until they beat this campaign in World at War. So definitely was a scare to a lot of people until it became really more. I mean, now Nacht der Untoten doesn't scare you too much, but one thing that still does add to the scare factor, even to this day, there are no perks on Nacht der Untoten, which just makes it scary because you never know if you get cornered, no jug, all that. So Nacht der Untoten, definitely one of the scary maps. I guess there are maps that are scarier than Nacht der Untoten, but you have to give credit where credit is due. Nacht der Untoten, old classic scary zombies. So that is a top 5 for this week, guys. I wanted to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking with me, even though I haven't gotten a top 5 out in a couple of weeks. I do have a couple top 5s recommended, but go ahead, leave some more recommendations. Leave any comments about what you didn't agree with, what you did agree with. I'd like to thank PackDV.com. You always see them in my credits. Those guys, that's where I get all my music from, especially this song. So I just wanted to thank those guys. Thought I'd time to thank them by now. But other than that, I'll try to get a daily challenge or weekly challenge out, but I'm not entirely sure yet. It just depends how things go. So I wanted to thank you all for watching. Have an awesome week, and I'll catch you all next week. Bye.